Hey guys, what's up? Today I got a PU battle. This one is against the NeverUsedTier. That's his username, not actually battling the entire tier. Which sounds sort of like something I would do, you know, take an NU team, or take on an NU team with a PU team, but no, that's not what's happening. So anyways, I'm going to lead with my switcherooing low punny, which is actually a smoke on set, but I think I came up with it by myself. I'm pretty sure I did, because I don't know, whatever. Just goes to show you, you know, you can think of think up the same thing two different people. I mean, it's not that hard with some of these really bad Pokemon. It's like there's not much else they can really do. But yeah, so he's gonna taunt me. I figure almost all Electrodes use taunt on the first turn unless it's a rain team. But yeah, I'm gonna go for the return. I'm gonna switch out to Meganium on the fairly obvious Volt switch, and that's what he's gonna go for. He used Life Orb, which is valuable information to use because he did tell me he brought the wrong one. So I'm thinking he's gonna have maybe Rain Dance or something weird. But I'm looking for that. And yeah, so I was expecting him to be Damp Rock, but you know that wouldn't benefit him. But then again, he brought the wrong one. We'll switch to Gigalith as he goes for the fairly obvious U-turn. And now he's going to Shift Tree. I was thinking I can take a Seed Bomb. I mean, I got quite a bit of defense. I'm not invested, but it still shouldn't kill me. But he goes for the Giga Drain, and I'm like, fuck. I was going to go for the Totemize, and then I'd outspeed him, and then I'd set up Stealth Rock, which you could argue I could have just done first, but I'm thinking, like I said, maybe he'll go for the Swords Dance. And they can move the thing, and maybe live with 30, and such, and blah, 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 and whatever. But anyways, he didn't crit me. He hit me a Giga Drain, and I died. I'm going to go to this, Mr. Mime. I thought he'd switch to Frillish to take the Focus Blast. So he went for the Calm Mind. He stays in, go for the Dark Pulse. Still does about half anyways because of Filter and the +1, so I'm not really worried. And I go for Focus Blast, kill him. He can just switch into this, which I know is faster, but is also Scarfed. So, yeah, that's... Well, I don't find out yet. I could have if I really wanted to look at the damage. Well, maybe. It depends, but I'll find out later, so, yeah. And he's going to switch to this. I'm going to predict him to over-predict, which is exactly what he does. And I'm going to go for the Scald. It doesn't quite bring him down to where Life Orb's going to kill him, which is really shitty. But I go to Meganium, and Thunderbolt's not going to really do anything, and he is going to hang on just very, very barely. And here's where I kind of regret having Leech. I really need to fix this Meganium. I don't know. It's like, Meganium's kind of weird. I mean, I have Giga Drain. I want to have Giga Drain. Aromatherapy, and then it's like Toxic, Leech Seed. You know, you can do Light Screen, Synthesis. It's kind of like... You know, like a Parasect or a Roselia or something. Well, Roselia has spikes too, so it's kind of like, but I don't know. It's like I want Giga Drain for sure, and Aromatherapy is really nice. Toxic's not too necessary, but I'd rather have that than Leech Seed and just put Synthesis on, because Leech Seed is sort of like Giga Drain, and you kind of don't want to have both, because then you're screwed against Grass types, and Toxic sort of works against them, unless it's like a, well... Poison type also. But anyways, here's where I find out he is indeed Scarfed, like I said, because he's not doing as much as he should. And if I had Synthesis here, actually, I could have stalled him out, to be completely honest, instead of going for Leech Seed again, because I thought he'd go into his Mawile, because, you know, why not? But he didn't, and yeah. Go to Mantyke. I'm going to go for the Toxic, predicting him to switch into this to take the Scald with his Water Absorb. But that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for the Toxic. And he is going to get poisoned. I'm going to switch it to Lopunny here, predicting him to either go for the Shadow Ball or the even the Toxic of his own. I'm not really worried about that. But he switches into this Small While, which is not good. I mean, my only attack does nothing to him, but it's whatever. I'm going to go for the Switcheroo, hoping to catch the Mawile too, because that would have been great. If I caught Mawile with Scarf, he'd be useless, and this is already Toxic, so he'd be pretty useless too. But, you know, I mean, he's Scarfed and Toxic, so it's not a big deal. I'm going to switch to Mantyke because he can't really do anything to me at all, and he goes for Will-O-Wisp, which is fine, because as he even, you know, noted, or as he said, I called it, I'm actually a rest talker, so I'm just going to stay in here and Scald and hope he switches out to his Mawile. But he's going to sit in here for a couple turns trying to burn me because he's, you know, Scarfed, and I'm going to sit in here a couple turns trying to Scald him when he switches into, well, Mawile or Fearow, either one. And yeah, so here I decided to go for the rest. I'm glad he didn't switch out, you know, but it's not a big deal, because you'll see later why. So yeah, now I'm fully healed, and I don't know why he's still staying in. I guess just, I don't know, I just flat foddering it, I suppose. But I'm not really concerned about that. At this turn, I thought about not using Sleep Talk. But I'm like, you know what? If he does switch out now for some weird reason, then I'm screwed. And if I do get Scald, I'm pretty sure he still dies to the Toxic anyway, so it's not a big deal. But I get Rest, and he finally dies. And yeah, so now he goes into Furo. And here's what I was saying, that it doesn't really matter because he doesn't twit KO me. So that's fine that, you know, I went for Sleep or the Rest, you know what I mean. I'm just saying words and stuff. Well, I guess it sort of did, but, you know, whatever. I kill him with 2 Scalds. I do get a crit on the second one, which is like, oh, fuck, I could have gotten a crit or a burn last time, and that would have been really helpful. Here, I figure I could save him and a Water Absorb up, Waterfall, whatever, but I'm like, just stay and maybe he'll overprotect. But it turns out it wouldn't have mattered because I would have gained 25% and just killed me with Crunch, because he's actually Sea Incense, not Choice Band. Go to Vanillix. That Waterfall crit, I think, is going to end up mattering, but the thing is, I went for Hidden Power Fire anyways, predicting him to switch into his Mawile. I mean, Vanillix, not a good Pokemon. I mean, Ice Beam, Ice Shard, HP, and Taunt is one of his better movesets. He's got Autotomize too, but it's like, he really can't do anything to like water types pretty much at all. I mean, it's either HP Grass or HP like Fighting or Fire like I had. And it's like, he has the 2 Pokemon that, you know, or 2 types that would benefit from me having one or the other kind of thing. If I had Fighting or Fire, well, Fighting would have been the best, but, you know, whatever. And so Encore him to Toxic. I'm going to switch out. He's going to predict me to stay in and Thunder Wave, predicting him to switch out to Basculin. But I'm going to switch out because I know has Sucker Punch, and I don't want him to Sucker Punch my Focus Blast. Go for Focus Blast. I do miss, which is key here because you're going to see now his Encore's ended. He can Sucker Punch me. I'm going to live it still at like 5 HP. But the thing is, it's an Oko with Focus Blast. So at the HP I was at, if I had hit him, he wouldn't have been able to kill me with his Adamant, Sea Incense, Adaptability, Aqua Jet. It would have done like, what was it, like 39 to 46%, and I was right around a half. Like, I was still green. So I would have taken that and outsped him, obviously, even though he's 98 base speed and I'm 90 because he's Adamant and I'm timid. I would have hit him with Thunderbolt, and yeah, he would have either, well, he might not necessarily have died. I am timid max special attack, but it's like, it's not that strong. But, you know, I mean, I take this Waterfall anyways and just hit him with a Return, which did almost half. So probably would have worked out a little better for me. Also, you know, to the crit with the Waterfall against the Hidden Power Fire, which still would have done a bit. I mean, I am Life Orb with a 110 base special attack, and Basculin is not bulky. So, man, either way, I mean, it worked out to a nice close battle, and it was cool. You know, I haven't used Lopunny. I don't think I used it yet, but it's neat. You know, that Klut's ability to take advantage with the Scarf or a band or something is really nice. You know, I mean, it doesn't affect you at all, and you can just trick it or switcheroo it whenever you want. And yeah, I have Thunder Wave, so that, you know, if I do give it to something, my Scarf, I can just paralyze them or paralyze them first or whatever. And then, yeah, Encore is just Encore. There's nothing really much else. There's like, the only other move gets like Healing Wish, I think, is the other suggestion that Smoke use. But anyways, hope you guys enjoy the battle, and I'll see you all next time.